Receiving romantic signals from a married woman can be thrilling, but it also comes with a lot of uncertainty. Are you reading the signs correctly? Is she genuinely interested? Or are you misinterpreting her actions? More importantly, are you prepared for the potential consequences before you move forward? It's crucial to consider the risks involved in pursuing a relationship with a married woman. If you're still curious about the signs and want to know if she's interested in you, let's explore them one by one. Show 1. She looks at you intently. One of the most common signs that someone is attracted to you is through their eyes. Eye contact is powerful. When a married woman holds eye contact with you longer than what feels normal, it's likely more than just a casual glance in most social settings. People tend to break eye contact quickly. However, if you find that she keeps looking at you and even seems to flirt with her eyes, giving you that intense focused gaze, it's a strong signal she's showing you that she's interested. But doing it discreetly. Think about this. You're in a public setting, maybe at a party or a work event, and you catch her staring. Instead of looking away, she holds your gaze, almost daring. Lesson number 1: to engage with her. This kind of boldness, especially from a married woman, is unusual. It's her way of breaking down that invisible barrier without saying a word. But before jumping to conclusions, remember that eye contact alone isn't enough to make a move. It's just one of many signs. 2. She frequently asks for your help on the surface. Asking for help might seem like an innocent act. Maybe she's asking for advice on a work project, or she needs assistance with something personal. But why does she keep coming to you? Especially when she likely has others she could turn to, including her husband. When a married woman consistently asks for your help, it could be a way to create opportunities for interaction. She's using this as a reason to be around you more often, allowing you both to form a closer bond. Psychologically, asking for help has an interesting effect. Studies show that when someone asks for your help, it not only makes them seem more approachable, but it also boosts their perception in your eyes. You begin to think of them as someone who values your opinion, which strengthens the connection. So if you notice her regularly seeking you out, whether for small favors or big tasks, it could be a subtle sign she's looking to deepen your relationship. 3. She shows signs of jealousy. Jealousy is a natural human emotion, but it's especially telling in this context when a married woman becomes visibly uncomfortable or annoyed when she sees you interacting with other women. That's a strong indication that she has feelings for you. She may not say anything outright, but her body language will speak volumes. Maybe her mood shifts, or she suddenly acts cold towards you. When you're with another woman, this jealousy might manifest in small, seemingly trivial ways. For example, if you're at a social gathering and you start talking to another woman, you might notice her glancing over, or she might try to interrupt the conversation. She could make sarcastic comments or give off a vibe of disapproval if she didn't care about you. Your interactions with other women wouldn't bother her, but since it does, it's clear that she's feeling territorial. 4. She laughs at everything you say. Humor is a fantastic way to connect with people, but no one's jokes land perfectly every time. If she's laughing at all of your jokes, even the ones that aren't that funny, it's a clear sign she's interested in you. Laughter. Lesson number 2. Especially when exaggerated or frequent, is a way of showing that she enjoys your company and wants to keep the mood light and fun between you two. Picture this: you're telling a story, and even though the punchline is weak, she laughs like it's the funniest thing she's ever heard. This is her way of boosting your confidence and showing that she's fully engaged in the conversation. It's a form of flattery, and it indicates that she's invested in making you feel good. This kind of behavior is often one of the first steps in flirting. However, pay attention to her laughter. If it seems forced or too frequent, she's likely trying to signal her attraction. 5. She invites you into her inner circle. Why would a married woman want to bring you into her world unless she had feelings for you when she starts inviting you to social events, dinners, or casual hangouts with her friends? She's trying to get you more involved in her personal life. This is her way of spending more time with you while making it seem casual and friendly. It's also a way to gauge how you fit into her social world. For example, she might invite you for coffee with her close friends or ask you to join her for a group dinner. While it might seem innocent, these invites often serve a dual purpose. On the one hand, she gets to spend more time with you, and on the other, she's subtly showing you off to her circle. If she didn't care about you, she wouldn't go to the effort of integrating you into her personal life. 6. She shares deep personal details. One of the clearest signs that someone is trying to build an emotional connection is when they start sharing personal details about their life. For a married woman, this might mean opening up about her marriage, her challenges, or her feelings of dissatisfaction. If she begins to tell you about her marital problems, it's a big red flag that she's looking for more than just friendship. Sharing intimate details, especially about her unhappiness, is her way of drawing you closer. She might talk about her frustrations with her husband or confess that her marriage isn't fulfilling. By sharing this with you, she's essentially testing the waters to see if you'll sympathize with her and perhaps even offer her the emotional support she's lacking. This can be tricky because it can quickly create a deep emotional bond. 7. She talks about her unhappiness in marriage. When a married woman openly discusses her dissatisfaction in her marriage, it's usually a sign that she's emotionally ready to explore something outside of it. If she's telling you that her marriage is lacking love, intimacy, or excitement, she's probably trying to elicit your sympathy, and in some cases signal that she's looking for someone to fill that lesson number 3 void. Hearing about her marital struggles might make you feel special, like she trusts you more than anyone else. However, it's essential to approach this with caution. Engaging in a relationship with someone who's already committed can bring about a lot of complications, not just for her, but for you as well. You don't want to find yourself caught in a love triangle or dealing with the fallout of her marriage breaking apart. 8. She flirts subtly. Women often flirt in more understated ways than men. You might notice that she's always smiling when you're around or finding reasons to touch you lightly on the arm. These subtle gestures, along with playful texts or teasing comments, are her way of signaling her attraction without being too forward. If she starts sending heart emojis or kisses in her messages, that's a clear sign she's trying to express her feelings without coming out and saying it directly. Flirtation from a married woman is typically more discreet, but it's still a strong indication that she's interested in you. 9. She engages in intimate conversations when the conversations between you two shift from casual to more personal or even sexual top. It's a clear sign that she's testing the waters to see how you'll respond. These conversations might start innocently, but over time they can escalate into flirtation or even dirty talk. She might text you late at night, share intimate details about her thoughts or feelings, or even make jokes with a suggestive undertone. If she starts discussing her sex life or making playful, flirtatious comments, it's a way of gauging your reaction and seeing if you're open to taking things further. 10. She tries to seduce you physically, beyond conversation. If a married woman starts using her body language to seduce you, it's an unmistakable sign that she's attracted to you. She might play with her hair, touch her neck, or adjust her clothing in ways that draw attention to her body. These are all subtle cues aimed at catching your eye and getting you to see her in a more sexual light. You might also notice her giving you compliments about your appearance more often, or she could bring up topics related to love and sex, asking for your opinions in an attempt to gauge your interest. These actions are designed to make you more aware of the physical chemistry between you. 11. She wants one-on-one time when a married woman goes out of her way to create opportunities for you two to spend time alone. It's a clear sign she's interested, whether it's finding reasons to meet up outside of work or arranging situations where it's just the two of you. She's seeking private moments to deepen your connection during these one-on-one interactions. She'll likely make an effort to ensure you feel valued and understood. She might listen attentively, validate your feelings, or compliment you in ways that make you feel like you're the most important person in the room. 12. She notices the small details. A woman who's attracted to you will pay attention to the little things. Whether it's your new hairstyle, your favorite coffee order, or even a small change in your mood, if she's pointing out these details, it shows that she's thinking about you more than casually. For example, if she compliments your new shirt or mentions that you seem happier today, these observations indicate that she's paying close attention to you. When a married woman takes note of such details, it's a clear sign that she's thinking about you often. 13. She whispers in your ear. Whispering is an intimate gesture, especially when it happens in public. If she's leaning in to whisper something to you, whether it's during a meeting, a social gathering, or just a casual conversation, it's her way of creating a private moment between the two of you. Whispering allows for physical closeness and often involves breaking personal space boundaries, which is a strong sign of romantic interest. This can be especially seductive because it signals that she wants to share something just with you, making the interaction feel exclusive and personal, should you get involved. Now that we've gone through the signs, it's important to consider whether you should act on them. While it might feel exciting to have a married woman show interest in you, the consequences of getting involved with someone who's already in a committed relationship can be complicated. First, think about the impact it could have on her marriage, her family, and even your own emotional well-being. If you pursue a relationship with a married woman, you might find yourself in the middle of her marital issues, potentially causing more harm than good. Additionally, if things go wrong, it could affect your reputation, especially if this situation unfolds in a workplace or close-knit community. Before you take any steps forward, ask yourself if you're ready for the potential fallout. In most cases, the best course of action is to distance yourself, set boundaries, and avoid getting involved in a situation that could have long-term consequences.